Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a full face get ready with me and I am trying out new makeup. I have Gucci foundation, the new Dior blush, I have some DANESSA MYRICKS, Sigma, a lot of different things. So if you would like to see how I created this look and the products that I used, just keep watching. I have a new foundation to try out for you guys by request. This guy right here from Givenchy. I don't know how to say the first part of it, like Prisme, Libre, Skin Caring Glow. I don't know. But I've gotten several messages about this and whether or not I was going to review it. I wasn't going to. There's a lot of coconut derivatives and it was making me scared. It's a little back and forth. You guys know the drill, so I'm not gonna keep on with it. So anywho, I have shade number 3-N250, and how many? This has 1 fluid ounce, so there we go. All right, I'm gonna put this on my beautiful palette. Again, this is from Eccentric Visionaries from Etsy. Then I'm picking some up on my favorite sponge. I feel like it smells so good. It reminds me of some. No, what is this reminding me of? This is really bringing something back and I cannot figure it out. I'm trying to think, do I remember trying a Givenchy? Did I try a Givenchy foundation? I think I might have. Maybe that's where I'm getting it from. With the sponge, this is very light coverage. And I mean, it's barely evening out my skin. I'm gonna see what it looks like with the brush on the opposite side. I'm gonna put it on my forehead. I mean, like, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. We're gonna need some concealer today. Which is fine, it's fine. Okay, on this side, I'm using the BK Beauty 106. I definitely got too much on this. Ah! Just wipe some of that off. Like, look, there's so much. But I like the coverage I'm getting with this way better. Way better. I'm just kind of stippling it into my skin. I'm just gonna take the excess over here because, yeah, I think the brush with this looks better. I'm telling you, what is that smell? It's driving me bonkers. I just want to know what it is. I just remembered. I know what it is now. Oh my gosh, it was driving me nuts. Chanel. Chanel had this, or I think they still do. It's like an aqua, watery gel, like skincare. And that is what it is. I have always said that I wanted that in a fragrance. I used to use, it had like these bursting beads inside the skincare. And I can't remember the name of it. I'm actually going to look it up. I'm going to look it up because it's literally, I was sitting here, I was like, I don't remember testing a Givenchy foundation that smelled like this. That's what it is. Chanel. Chanel! It's the Hydra Beauty, I think it's Hydra. And it's the micro cream that I used to use all the time. Oh my gosh, it smells just like that, which, I love that smell. Anywho, I have a nice glowy look. I do feel like my pores are, this isn't good for texture. It's not the greatest for texture. I'm gonna go over a little bit with my sponge. I know that my powder will smooth this out a little bit. It looks amazing on my forehead, you know, so, but I feel like this, I don't have texture on my forehead. I definitely have other foundations that I like better, but we're gonna go in, or at least I'm gonna go in with some concealer. Giorgio Armani Power Fabric, of course. I'm gonna go around my mouth. No, you don't usually do this much. I'm just like, I want a little bit more coverage than that. Azul. You see, just adding in that concealer, granted I kind of put it all over right here, I like the way this looks so much better now. Sometimes it can kind of trip me up because I see things that I don't want to see, and that concealer definitely smoothed out my pores a little bit more. It gives me a little bit more coverage, especially like around my mouth. And then I don't need the extra coverage on my cheeks or my forehead. So then like, ooh, I'm like, ooh, it's glowy, it's pretty. I gotta have my concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and set on my pores first, and this is a whole nother sponge. I accidentally used the side of the sponge to put on the foundation initially, and usually I use the booty, but I forgot. So I'm using this, and I like to start on my pores first, and this is damp, so it presses the powder into my skin. Not baking, because I'm not allowing the powder to just stay there, but I am using quite a bit of powder. Now the reason why I like to do this is my skin likes powder. You know, some people cannot put this much powder on their face, and that's completely fine. I just happen to be able to, and it blurs my skin so nicely. Like, I love the way that this looks. It just pores be gone. And I like to do it on my chin as well, because that's where I can wear off makeup wise, especially again with something so dewy. It helps to really, when I set my makeup with that I'm using, if I'm setting my makeup and I'm using a dewy foundation, it really helps to kind of smooth everything. If I put this much on top of a like matte foundation, it doesn't go as well. But on top of something that's this dewy, oh my gosh, it's like so good. I won't even have to use a spray because it doesn't look super powdery. It definitely looks matte, but it doesn't look super powdery. I'm gonna go ahead and do my nose too. But you don't have to do this. And another reason I am gonna be using some cream products. So going in and really making sure that my foundation is set is a really good way to ensure the best outcome for my cream products that I'm putting over top of my set foundation. Now I'm going to go in with my SISLEY. I was told that, I think it's SISLEY? I don't know. I'm so used to saying SISLEY that I'm probably just going to stick with it because I've been saying it for years now at this point. But I'm going to go in with that powder, and I am going to lightly dust this and press it into my skin on the rest of the face. And I'm using my BK Beauty 102. And actually, BK Beauty, their brushes are 20 to 30% off through Mother's Day. It's either through Mother's Day or ends on Mother's Day. And I love these brushes. I would say that these, along with a couple other brands, are my favorites of synthetic brushes, and I use these all the time, especially this one. And especially seeing as I've been really getting into cream products, I love it. Dior. I missed this when it first came out, but then I've got it now. This is the Forever Natural Bronze number 5, and it's called Warm Bronze. Look at this packaging. It looks, it's not, I was wondering, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I was wondering if this was going to be just a hard plastic and it just have this type of look to it, like that tufted, quilted velvet leather. And it's a faux leather. It is quilted. It actually has like a feeling of plushness to the top of it, which I love. I'm going to have to be careful with my hands whenever I use this because I just know I'm going to get it all dirty. But I love that little detail. Like I can actually feel the stitching. You could see the thread on here. I love that. All right, what does it look like? I'm gonna get the little protector out. And then this is the shade. Hopefully it's not too dark. Ooh, that's creamy. That is, yeah, I'm gonna have to be light-handed. So I'm gonna go in with my Sonia G Master Face. I'm gonna start higher up. Ooh. Smells good too. Everything I'm using today smells good. Do you know that Huda Beauty Powder, I don't even smell it anymore? I've been using it so often, or I guess for so long, that I don't smell it anymore. It's like I've just become immune to that smell. This is going on nicely. It's not too intense straight out the gate. I'm just going to try building it up a little bit. I like the color, and I always take it on my neck. Yeah, this is really pretty, and I love, like, it just looks like it's just blending really nicely and effortlessly. It's definitely a matte bronze. It's not, it doesn't have any sheen, shimmer, anything like that to it. And it's warming up my face very naturally. It's not too orange. It's not overly cool. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Tom Ford number 11. All I'm doing is using the same exact bronzer to contour my nose. It's a little harsh right here. It's okay. I'm just going to take a brush and buff over everything. The Lazy Large Fluff. There's no product on this. I'm just softening up this contour. And then we're going to move on to eyes. And this is so pretty to me. This is from Sigma. It's the Ivy eyeshadow palette. That's what it looks like right here. And you know how I feel about my greens. I have not touched this yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one eye off camera, and then I'm going to come back and I'll show you how I created it. Zoeva 227, starting off with the shade Mead. I'm going to apply this to the outer corner of my lid and bring it upwards, so I can use it as a transition shade. I'm going to add a little bit more, focusing right in the crease area first, and then once again blending upward. Now I'm going to take the shade Elixir on a Nakia Joy EO9. She is such a sweetheart. I can't even tell you guys how sweet she is. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. I got to talk to her recently and I just realized that I forgot a step, but we'll just backtrack. Anywho, I'm just absolutely in awe of how sweet and kind she is. And she sent me this brush. I know you guys probably saw, I tried out a bunch of stuff that I had purchased and she reached out, and oh my gosh, she has such a kind heart. Okay, I'm going to build this up a little bit more, but I want to go back in right here where I forgot. What I meant to do was grab Bourbon on a Refer number 1. I'm placing that on the outer corner. Ugh, of course I did that. I'll go over it. It's no big deal. This kind of creates a little peacock look anyway. At least I think it looks like a peacock feather. Anywho, Nakia is just absolutely, she's a joy. No pun intended, Nakia Joy. She just really is. She's amazing. She is such a sweetheart. Trying to deepen up the crease, this outer corner, which I don't have to do too much because I'm going to add another shade there as well. Now I'm going back in with Elixir and the Nakia Joy EO9. So I'm just placing this on the center of the lid and I'm pressing it up into the crease because I don't want there to be a really harsh line. These shades are a little, like they're thinner, that's what they are. And they're very sparkly. I love that. You do have to be careful with fallout, but they're just, oh, they're so pretty. This center one is definitely my favorite. They just have this like micro fine shimmer and I love it. But make sure you press it up to the crease just a little bit. I'm just going to dust away the fallout. Envy on a Refer 28. I'm going to pack that right beside the last shade. Again, slightly up into the crease area and slightly over. Just kind of mixing. Refer 21 and Inspire. I'm not using any of these shades wet. I'm just using them dry. If you wanted them to be more intense, obviously you can go in with them wet if you wanted to. Going back in with that green, well, just the brush anyway. Making sure those merge together. Nakia Joy EO6 in the shade Clove. I'm going to deepen up the outer corner as well as a little bit of the crease, but I'm not going to bring it up as high as I did the last shade. And again, I'm getting fallout. This palette does have quite a little bit of fallout, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm lightly going to blend this slightly upward, but not too much, because I don't want it to be too dark. Clean Rephr 21 and Macaron. Highlight. This one's pretty intense. I'm going to blend that into the shades. That same shade, this time I'm using it wet on a Rephr number 3. I am going to apply that to my inner corner, kind of drag it over just a little bit. Rephr number 3 and Thistle, applying this on the outer portion of the lower lash line. About halfway in. Also taking that across the top lid. I'm going to go back in with the shade Mead on Ayano Series number 10 by Beautylish. I'm just taking a tiny bit of that and going right along the lower portion, right underneath Thistle, and slightly underneath the first shade as well. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Envy, using this wet on another Rephr number 3. And I am going to merge that in with the light highlight shade and Thistle, and then I'm going to go add on inner rim liner and mascara. Moving right along, let's finish off the face. Now I have a little blush stick from NUDESTIX. I've never tried NUDESTIX anything. I have an eye kit, but I've never tried it. I need to try it. This is a blush stick. It is called the Nudies All Over Blush Color, and I have it in Bareback, and it's a matte face, lip, and eye. I didn't know you could use this all over. Let's see. I know that it has a brush. I'm not going to use this. This is just, no. It's a little too stiff, and I know it would move my foundation around. I wish there was a highlighter on the other side, if they were going to put anything on the other side. I got one from Wonder Beauty. But anyway, this is what the color of the blush looks like. And I'm just going to put it on with a brush. BK Beauty 107. I'm just going to pick it up like so. And then I'm going to start further back and start stamping it on my skin. That's a pretty color. And it's applying very easily. I'm not going to put too much on because I'm going to put my highlight on and then kind of merge them together. So I just want to put like a little bit of color, then highlight, and then go back in and just kind of merge the two. Now this brand I have used before. It's DANESSA MYRICKS, and this is the Vision Flush Lip, Cheek, and Eye Color. So this, again, you can use all over. And I'm going to be using it as a highlight, and it's in the shade Tiara. Tiara. I think you could say that several different ways. You see, it has like a little doe foot. I think I'm going to put this on my palette and then pick it up with my sponge. I'm going to start on this side. Ooh. Oh, when it goes down, it wants to stay there. Yeah, see this line right there? I'm going to want to blend that out with my blush. I'll put some on my nose, chin, forehead. I'm going to pick up any excess with the butt of my sponge. And then I'm going to go back in with, I feel like I got a little bit right there. Dang it. I'm going to be putting powder there anyway, so it's okay. And then I'm going to go back in with the blush. Now I'm going to go in with my By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Pressed Powder, and this is from Royal & Lang Nickel BOM 270. I'm going to start on my pores. This will help further make my pores look a little smaller and smoother. Then also right around the line, like the edge of where the highlight and the blush is, it will help get rid of any like harshness. Take it on forehead. a little over that, and then on my nose just a little bit. See how it just kind of, you know, makes it just a little bit more subtle, a little smoother, but it doesn't add texture to my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair, and then I'll be back to finish off with my lips and my thoughts. I went ahead and lined my lips with Nude from SISLEY, and now I'm gonna go in with a Gucci, is this a balm or is it a color? It's a Glow and Care lip color, again from Gucci. I gotta say, I don't really like the packaging. This is what it looks like. I don't like the packaging. It's nice and heavy, it feels good, but like, I don't like this. Let me show you another Gucci lipstick. All gold and just has a design on it. I think that's so much prettier. Something about this, I mean, Gucci is a little, they can be out there with their designs, so I'm not saying that this doesn't really scream Gucci to me, but it just doesn't look the price tag. Let me just put it that way, but it is nice and hefty. It feels good in the hands. And the color that I got is Sally Soft Honey. All right, I have not even swatched this. That's why I went in with Nude. It kind of reminds me of the Hourglass lipsticks or Victoria Beckham with the style. But this is pretty. This is gorgeous. It's just this top. And again, it's not like, it doesn't feel cheap or anything. It's just, I don't really like the top. Okay, let's see what this feels like and looks like. I like the texture. Finished look, everything is done, so now I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my first impression thoughts, starting with the lipstick. How much did I spend on this? I don't think it was available during the sale, so I don't think I even got the 20% off because this is the one color that I want to try out first before I decided on getting anything else. It's 42 $, and it's described as a lipstick that provides up to 24 hours of long-lasting hydration and shine. This lipstick alone is not going to last on my lips for 24 hours, but I'm assuming that they're just talking about like your lips being nice and hydrated. I don't think it is worth $42, but I like it. Would I pick up my Fenty Slip Shine in Make Out Break first? Yes, I would. So it's nice if you like this style lipstick. I do. But I don't see anything special about it. And I feel like I can kind of see a little bit of the dry, my lips aren't completely hydrated right now. And I can see just like a little bit of it. So it's kind of whatever. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's not knocking my socks off, but I'm not mad at it either. The only thing I don't like is this packaging. So that's the only thing. That's the only thing. All right, starting now from the beginning, let's go in with this foundation. I love my makeup today. I wasn't sure at first. I was kind of like, I don't know about you. But then as I was applying everything else, I really like the way everything came together. My skin feels nice and hydrated. I didn't even have to spray my face at all. Like everything just melted into my skin really, really nicely. I hope this does not break me out because I think I would pick this up. I do have to put in a little bit more effort with the concealer, but that's not that bad. I like the way this looks on my skin. And the bronzer, same. I love the packaging. Like when I buy something luxurious, I want luxurious packaging. And this, it literally has stuffing in there, you know? It's like a couch. It's so cute. It blended onto my skin really nicely. I like the color. I like the texture. I like the finish, everything. So definitely a hit. And I know this comes in several different shades, so that is good. The eyes. This is really pretty. This is really pretty. I have not tried a ton of things from Sigma, but I'm glad that I got this. I like how the metallics are thinner and they have like this sparkle. I'm telling you, it's like a dance of sparkle that is so gorgeous. I think this is an easy palette to use if you're looking for something that's easy and green and a little bit of sparkle, but not that thick texture of metallic. I think this will be good for you. I'm really happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I'm telling you, there was not really a dud. The only thing that I just don't really think is worth it is the lipstick, but I don't think that there was a dud today, and that does not always happen. Sometimes it's just full of duds. The blush, this is beautiful. It went on so easily. If you're trying to get into cream colors, this yeah, I mean, it literally just, I stamp it onto my skin, no lifting, you can barely see, like it's just like a nice skin-like finish. It's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. The DANESSA MYRICKS Vision Flush Color in Tiara. I think it's pretty. Be careful because it does set up pretty quickly. Sponge will be your best friend, or even your fingers, especially if you're not going on top of powder. I think it'd be even easier to use if you're going on top of unset foundation. And this being a multi-purpose product is really nice. I could put this on top of my lip if I wanted a little extra shine, but I mean, I got a lot of shine and glossiness going on. Overall, I mean, I just think this looks really good. I like this makeup look. I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. I feel like my eyes really do just kind of look like a peacock. Maybe it's just me. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite products were. What did you think about everything? And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.